you could see this little bar. Oh no, don't do that, please. You could see this little bar with the lasers, and that was how much laser we had left. You have the same mechanic with the wind, except your bar is invisible. So you don't know how much wind you have left before you're done. So this part isn't actually a cutscene, this is actually part of the level. If you die later in this level, like, you have to go through this, like, 20-second walk with absolutely nothing before this part of the level comes on again. It's terrible. That was really bad. Okay. Alright, so here we have a puzzle break, as the game calls it, because the flagpole kind of doesn't work, so the game just thrusts us to do a few puzzles. Puzzles are the exact same as the puzzles with the arrows that we've seen throughout the game so far. Right there. It's pretty simple, except our goal now is to guide a butterfly back to its home. The butterflies move the exact same as the keys. They move straight down unless the sign tells them to go somewhere else. We skipped the purple signs when we did the World 2 skip. Those, if you fly, they're kind of like teleporters. The butterfly will fly from one to the other. So here we're going to get our new sign type, which is right there. We also skipped the wings when we did Act 2 skip, I should mention. So if you're confused why we suddenly have wings now, I did last world, but I skipped them. Alright, there you go. That's the first puzzle break. Now coming up, we have a new mechanic where, as you can see by that eye on the moon for a quick second, the game's kind of getting back to its devil state. The game doesn't really know what to do about that, because it really hasn't in such a long while. So here we have a new enemy type, corrupted butterflies. If you shoot these, you restart the level, basically. Don't shoot them. Louie's right, not touch those. I like to be safe because I'm kind of impulsive and just look away from them, but the problem is, as you see, they can group with normal butterflies and just give you a not good time. Alright. So here, this is Jesus. Another thing we skipped in Act 2 was the introduction of bigger enemies, which basically do what Jesus is doing now, where he, like, shoots. But he has a corrupted butterfly shield, and as you know, you can't shoot corrupted butterflies. If you beat this level without killing him, you get a ticket, which is a collectible. And it's actually like 3 seconds faster not to kill him because of the way the game works with the lag. Like, this game was programmed to be like a very realistic arcade type game, actually. So if you like shoot him, the game lags on purpose. And so it actually saves 3 or 4 seconds not to kill him. But the enemy patterns in this level, not when they happen, where they happen, but the pattern you get, like if they fly at you or if they're in a line or a circle, is completely random. So you have to get lucky to not die there to do that without killing him. Coming up on the second puzzle break, though, this one is a bit shorter. There's only 2 puzzles, I believe, in comparison to 5, so... Okay. This one takes a bit long though, but it eventually works out. So this level, we're actually not going to kill Jesus again for one reason. And that is, in this level, there are enemy spawns as well as Jesus, but as soon as Jesus appears, no normal enemies spawn. So, like, now there's no enemy spawn, so as long as I don't accidentally hit my right mouse button, we'll be perfectly fine for the rest of the level. We just need to dodge the stars. There we go. Okay. So now Louie, who was the mascot made in Act 2, which we skipped, is dead. Oh god, that was almost really bad. So that's Act 3. Or not Act 3, that's the first part of Act 3. So, coming up we have the recycling bin, which we play 3 beta versions of Pony Island, with 3 different gameplay styles, looking for the key, or looking for a portal to get to the 3rd core file, which if I forgot to explain, we need to delete the 3 core files to basically delete the game and escape. So, it doesn't matter what order you play them in, the game makes you play all 3 to unlock it, to unlock the portal. I just do them in the order of personal hardest to personal easiest. So we're going to start with Pony Island 3D. This one is actually pretty cool looking. I'm not going to play it right now because I want you guys to see it, but I used to play this little game of, like, find the dumbest camera angle possible to play this game with. Like, I usually do it like that, but that's dumb. So I don't anymore. I'm not going to. It's just a little fun way to pass the time. Nice, alright. So coming up we have Devil Island, which is basically a reskin of the original game. Except obviously you play as the devil instead of a pony. You're actually shooting ponies in this one, which is kind of weird. So I'm gonna bring out my wings a lot just to be safe. Alright. So lastly we have text-based, which is very easy. The rest of this run is pretty easy, honestly. Like, that's the last hard part, really. So right now it's text-based, which we do actually need to go into the options because similar to the beginning of the game, the start button is broken, so we need to go into the options and hit the fix button, fix start menu button. So similarly to the rest of this game, the pattern of the gates and where the enemies spawn is always the same. So I already know what to do. I'm gonna jump, shoot, do nothing, and then it doesn't matter. So really, this is just pressing enter at the right times. If you do it right, you can enter the command a little bit before the text box, and if you're close enough to the text box, you can... What's it called? You can still get it in. Now it doesn't matter what we do here because it's the end of the level. So coming up we have the third boss, which is Asmodeus. Oh, geez, my bad. Okay, so this boss is a little bit of like a brain puzzle. And the goal is Asmodeus is going to try to distract you and get you to look away from the game, or from him, or click out of the game, which if you click out of the game, you instantly lose, because the goal is to keep your eyes on him, and if you click out of the game, you're not keeping your eyes on him. But he says the same things every time. That's the thing about this game. It's a mystery game, but it does the same. It's like a mysterious game, but it says the same things every time, so you don't really need to pay attention to it all after your first playthrough. So he's going to tell us to say certain things, while meanwhile like trying to distract us. But since I know exactly what to say, it won't matter. Because like even if I don't look at him, I'm looking at my wall right now and I still know what he's saying. You answer my question wrong. Okay, incorrect. You lose. Now, say my name. You're goddamn right. You can actually put in a different name of a character in Act 2, a hidden character, and he'll go on a little rant about how'd you hear his name. No wrong answers for this one. Say something vile. Okay. So these Steam notifications are not real, by the way. So, by the way. Just want to let you know. I thought there was more text boxes after that, which is why I waited a second before typing what I thought was vile. That could have been bad. Oh god. Oh, this is so bad. This is such a bad Asmodeus, I'm sorry. Top Pika. This is the greatest part of the game. Where's my bunny? Which horse-like animal is most common? Take a guess, everybody. You got it right. So below him is going to say remember this. You look at Asmodeus.exe, remember this. Right as it sparkles too, which is just vile. So happy, look at it. You too, like, oh, this is good. To be unburdened by intellect. I don't have intellect either. Did you look away? I didn't. I looked away. I looked at chat and I looked at the force. You are focused for my next test. So he's gonna trick you. By the way, he's gonna say type 666, but you need to type 777. It's gonna say under his name tag. Okay. So coming up is a little skip. The game fake crashes here to try and get you to like look away from it or close it even. But we're gonna abuse that. We're gonna abuse the click away because if you look away from him, you lose. So if you click out and click back in, he fails you. But if you put in the code, that he wants you to memorize, if you put in the codes he wants you to memorize when he's saying you lose, because that works, because the game didn't expect you to do that, it'll skip the crash sequence, the fake crashing, and save 20 seconds. So that's the end of Asmodeus. So now we're finishing up the game. So now we need to initiate a system dump to get rid of every file. This is the last part of the game. It's a long auto-scroller, and then time is at the end of it. Soul will not be safe as the system is dumping. I've never related more in my life. I've prepared a familiar vessel for this purpose. Shut up! Alright, we're done. We're out of here. We outie. Well, you can't advance those texts any faster than the default speed. Okay, so I guess I can talk a bit about this game, because there's one thing I really want to mention. So, the creator of this game, Daniel Mullins, you know, as many indie game makers within, like, late 2015, like, the first half of 2016, was very inspired by Undertale. And because of that, he hid this little... He was very encompassed about Gaster, mainly. So what he did was he added a little thing to this game, where it's like father something something, I don't remember. But people, like, it didn't tell anything, it was just a fun little joke. But people dug way too far into this to try and find out what that meant. And they found out that if you, like, play the file backwards, it sounds like he's saying a beeper, perhaps. And so he snuck a little reference to a beeper in the game in an update. He didn't mention it. Oops. He didn't mention it in the update log. He just kind of snuck it in the game during an update. And there was somebody who found that in a certain part of the game, and he said, I can't believe it took me this long to find something so obvious. But basically it had a certain number on it, which led to a certain thing of Bible, and basically there was a lot of stuff going on, and it just made no sense. But basically, it teased at a possible sequel for the game at the end of it, if you put all the clues together. And you don't have to go through everything in the game, you just need to go to the last part once you know every single part of the puzzle. Alright. This game is only $5 on Steam, I believe, so if you think this game would interest you to play it casually, I would definitely recommend it. And again, it's only like $40, it's pretty cheap. Or not 40, what? I'm at 40% of the dump. No, it's $5, which is pretty cheap. So, if you want to get the game, like, if you think you want to play it, I think you should play it, because, like, even if you don't like it, you only got, like, what, $5 gone? And if you want a refund, you can probably finish the entire game in less than 2 hours. I obviously did not want a refund after playing this game for the first time. The other run I submitted to this, which didn't get accepted because I ran any percent just now, was all tickets, which gets all 24 collectibles and then has a secret final boss. It's a very interesting run, and it's very fun to find them all casually because they're actually hidden rather well. There's hints, like, they're hinted at. Like, it's not like they're just, like, hard to find because... like, the game doesn't tell you anything. It tells you where it is, but it's hidden very well. So I'm hit Louis twice because sometimes the corrupted butterflies, if he's low enough, can shoot right into your laser, which you're using to destroy the stuff in front of you. So I hit him where he is. I try and hit him, and he moves in a random place when he gets hit. And if you move him high enough, it's impossible for a corrupted butterfly to hit the laser, because it just doesn't move far enough. So now I can just shoot forward and not have to worry about Louis hitting it. So we're nearing the 3/4 mark of being done. 74, 75. And as you can see, I've done a very good job. What you're supposed to do here is shoot all the files and try and save all the ponies in this area from dying. Like all the souls from being lost. I obviously don't care. I just need to stay alive. So at around 80% the game, the actual thing itself starts to break. And, like, honestly, I don't even know how you're supposed to save the guys back there when he attacks them. Like, they're just dead, yo. As you can see, now the gameplay is starting to be affected by the system dump. So time's coming up in a few seconds. Soon enough, the corrupted files are going to stop spawning. Right now. The time is when the screen goes fully to white. I'll tell you when that is. And... time. That's the game. Let's see what the time was. So the time was 35:29. Wow, okay, so world record is 35:16, and my PB is 35:24. So sub 35:30 is incredibly good. That's only 5 seconds behind my PB. Oh my god. So yeah. That's Pony Island. I might go through the credits, if that's okay, because there's a little thing at the end of the game. Unless it takes too long and you guys want me to switch to the next game right about now. Yeah, right here. This is Hopeless Soul. He wants us to uninstall the game.